morning, Dialed fans, and welcome to Val di Sole, Italy for round 6 of the 2019 UCI World Cup Downhill. This time I brought help, filmmaker Cole Nelson from Vancouver, BC, who will be helping us out for the next 2 stops. And we got up early this morning to go check out some of the local trails. So let's check it out and then head over to the pits.
Hey guys, my name's Cole. I'm a filmmaker from Vancouver. I've been brought on to help with the next 2 stops of Dialed and hopefully create some more content and help grow the channel a bit.
Get up to the last couple weeks.
I spent the week after, where were we?
Leger.
The week after Leger in Morzine, doing a bit of work, doing some testing stuff. And then took some time off and went to Malini to go do some riding with Sven and Anka on the Soul Trails thing. Pretty amazing place. But drank a lot of Prosecco and now I feel like I need a vacation from my vacation.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are just giving everyone shocks a service in the truck here. Counting the settings as they come in. Got a good pile of stuff to do all day. We'll just make sure everyone's stuff's working as it should.
And then when you go through, when you push on, I like the feel of going in. Like, you know, playful, it's playful and just like...
Tell me what you got up to the last couple weeks and what's the plan for this weekend?
Basically I had like a 2 weeks long training camp at home. It was kind of tough, like my coach was like, you have to train hard, so I tried to. It was tiring and hot, so cool to be back here. I know the track is like the hardest of the year, so it's just, yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's in my head, we all know that. We're gonna puzzle hard. Jody is ready. But yeah, we have like 3 choices of shocks, and I feel like it's good just in my head, because I know if I have stuff to try. And yeah, just ready. It's gonna rain apparently, so that's a lot different level of difficulty. We'll see.
Sweet. Have a good weekend, man.
Cheers, bro.
You ready for another week of puzzling with Loris?
I'm ready. I do like that kid. Hopefully we can get him happy. It's awful early to start like this.
Alright, we're here at the top of the track here in Val di Sole, and we're going to do a track walk with Forrest Riesco and Ben Wallace. Let's go check it out.
Hey, my name is Forrest Riesco. We're here doing a track walk at Val di Sole, Italy, the 6th round of the World Cup. Top section of the track is really smooth, just a bunch of berms. It's kind of good, it gets you into the flow of the track. It gets a lot gnarlier down below. This is the start of the gnarly stuff of the track. There's a few lines coming into this bit. You can either come straight in, you hop a big rock, main line, and then you sort of want to start from here, start cutting towards the inside. Low line is way too long this year. This section they opened up a few new lines this year. There's a far right line and then an inside tight over the rock. And they got a new berm at the end, so really changes up this section a lot. Thinking probably just the main line still looks the fastest. This is a really important section of the track. There's a pretty steep, rough section there, but you really have to think about your exit speed coming out, because this section is really long and flat, and if you get caught up on the rocks, it's not very good. So punch that speed. Right now it's really sunny out, so everything's dry and the line choice is a bit easier, but with thunderstorms in the forecast, then you might want to try to figure out some wet lines as well. My dry line would definitely just be over the stump, hit this, and then just cut over these roots to the high line, and you jump at the end off into the next right-hander. But if it's wet, it kind of changes it a lot, so you have to rethink your lines a bit. New iPhone. Yeah, I remember that. So this section comes out under the gondola up there. That's one of the toughest sections in the wet, because obviously it's out of the trees. And the dirt is really hard pack and lots of roots. Out of the open section and then into these windy turns, a couple berms. It's kind of a little place to rest your arms a bit after the gnarly stuff. So there's a few lines here. As you can see, it's pretty wide open, lots of options. In past years, we've come a bit wider in and you'd have to kind of hold the inside, but the berm this year at the bottom is really good. So I think I might try inside, down here, and then just hit the berm. Yeah, so you want the suspension to be supple on the top, but also big thing is to have it controlled under big hits like this, because you're coming in pretty fast. You'll probably almost air into this, and you want the suspension to give, but then you don't want it to buck you off the next drop too much. So you just want it to be controlled. This is one of the bigger gaps on the track, the Trentino drop, they call it. It used to be really tricky to make this gap because you had to pre-hop in and then pull super hard, but now it's just smoothed out a bit, so it's quite a bit easier. So for my suspension setup, I try to do a full lap before I make too many changes. Just for sections like this, nearing the bottom, it gets pretty steep, and sometimes you make changes to your suspension that maybe you can handle at the top, like it feels good at the top section, but then once you get nearing the bottom, it can be pretty hard to hold on sometimes. Your hands are getting pretty tired and you're riding off the back a bit more. You don't want to have a suspension setup that you've only ridden in sections. You want to make sure it works for the whole track. The finish here is pretty fast. You come out of the trees, down to this fadeaway. You can either go inside, try to get your foot off and hold speed, or definitely the easier way is to hold the outside and just carry good speed into the finish area. So that's the track walk done. Hope you guys enjoyed.
All right, that's a wrap for service day and track walk here in Val di Sole. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We got practice coming up tomorrow, and be sure to share your comments below. We'll see you tomorrow.